Some of y'all are probably connecting with your past life and other illusions. You know, there's other parts of you that exist, not just a physical realm, but in other illusions. This is not just the only illusion. Of course, we're, connected with it on the physical realm, but I'm more than the physical realm. I'm just here flying through it, just visiting the physical realm. Sometimes, some illusion times, you have, the dreams, like you're already basically on a broadcast. So that's the reason why whenever, and I talked about some of this, but I'm about to take it to another level so y'all can understand. Whenever we enter this so-called physical realm, there's a lot of programming with Black Mirrors, the so-called television, and the radio frequency. Y'all get what I'm saying. And you take it in. You take it in, and your energy is, and your soul is basically getting control because you take in certain things inside the physical. All right. So that controls certain parts of you that exist inside other illusions, certain illusions. There's many levels. There's unlimited dimensions, realms, illusions. Y'all think it's just this illusion, but it's ran different. You feel my signals? So certain parts of you, whoever runs the system, they don't want you to connect with it because you connected to many things, certain things. How many times have y'all been alive? And I know some of y'all gonna probably say once, certain individuals that don't know what's really going on. But how many times have you been alive? Certain parts of you are connecting with certain parts of you in other illusions, certain planes. Y'all feel my signals? And on a physical realm, you're basically hypnotizing yourself. You're hypnotizing yourself. Whenever you go to sleep, you hypnotize yourself with the programming through the so-called television, the mirrors, social media. You're hypnotizing yourself. You're taking it all in. You're taking in signs and symbols, rituals, the radio frequencies, different types of things, that's controlling you and, the other illusions that's connected to this so-called illusion, and keeping you away from other dimensions and higher realms. You feel my signals? So you take in certain things, and whatever you take in, that shuts off certain things. Not unless you can overpower it and shine on many levels.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish.
Some of y'all have relatives in other realms. You might not have certain relatives on the physical realm, but you have relatives that's connected with their DNA. And you probably have relatives that's connected to higher realms and different dimensions. And certain so-called planets that runs this system don't want some of y'all connecting with that. So there's, like I said in my previous videos, the timelines and the parallel universes basically merge together. So you're going to be experiencing a lot of things. You feel my signals? You know, some of y'all, you know, probably lost your child on the physical realm, but you connected with them, you know, on another level. You know, some of y'all, you know, probably get upset because you lost your child, you know, you had a miscarriage and, you know, you get upset. That some certain energies, that's the reason why I say you have to be careful with how you play with the energy. Or you can't be playing with the energy. My apologies. You know, if you're going to have physical sex, because you can have sex on many levels. So you have to be careful, you know, bringing in certain energies. And certain energies know how, you know, certain, your loved ones choose to come through your portal. And some are connected with your DNA and know certain parts of you basically dirty on many levels. So you could be like, you know, positive, like have positive energy in another illusion, and they connected with you on there. They don't want to connect with you on the physical world. And some of y'all have memories of your past life. You know, you connect with your loved ones. And just like I said, you know, a while back, some of y'all think you're alone, but you're not alone. You know, you're not alone just because they're not on a physical realm. Some of y'all, like, you know, I don't have any, you know, certain, you know, I don't have this, I don't have that. You know, I don't get along with my relatives on a physical realm. There's a reason why. Because some of them connected to something totally different from another illusion that's controlling them on the physical realm. So you don't have that connection. And some of y'all share different bloodlines just because you come out the same portal. You know, like I said, that doesn't mean that you're related. You know, some of y'all probably see certain things inside of these planes. You know, you have certain relatives. You could have children over there, and you have the same old dreams, and you remember certain spots and certain places. You know, it's basically you go back to it. You know, I know some of y'all, and you know, have, you know, when you so-called hypnotize yourself, go to sleep, you know, with the programming, and some of y'all remember your family from your past life, and you're connecting whenever you're resting. You know, because some of y'all hypnotize yourself with the subliminal programming, the spells. You know, if you're on the same wave and same frequency, you won't hypnotize yourself. You can control certain things, like on other realms or certain illusions or higher realms or different dimensions. Y'all feel my signals? So some of y'all connect with your loved ones. You know, whenever you connect with your loved ones, you know, that's real. You have certain memories and your energy shifts over there, you know, and you still have that connection. You know, some of y'all be like, oh, I have, you know, children. I dreamed that I had children and this and that, you know, and there are certain energies that connect with you. They don't necessarily have to be, you know, your children. You just share the same DNA, you feel my signals, because children, mother, fathers, and all of that, to me, that's nothing but names and titles. That's physical to me. You share the same DNA. So let's say that, you know, you share the same DNA with certain individuals in other realms and different dimensions. To me, that sounds better. I like the sound of that. You share DNA. All right. So, you know, you share DNA. Sometimes, you know, I have to say certain things, in order for y'all to understand. Sometimes, I don't like to use the word mother, father, and all of that stuff because that's physical. That's nothing but names and titles that was created by the system. So, some of y'all, you're not on that high frequency, or you're not on a certain level, and, and I'm not judging, just to put that out there. I'm not judging at all, so, certain individuals gotta, shift on, shift whenever they're ready, or if they ever shift. But, whenever you share the same DNA, you can connect and go to many levels. Now, certain things can play out on a physical realm, because I've seen certain things inside of these planes and it played out on the physical realms, and I talked about it. We have many abilities. That's the reason why, the so-called system that use y'all's organs and your physical, basically, shifting it and controlling you on many levels so you can stay stuck, so they can keep on using your energy, have you on a certain system, just to put that out there. And this stuff been going on for decades on the physical realm. The programming and stuff, they raise, your loved ones that share the same DNA. They raised them and programmed them and made them hypnotize themselves into these multiple characters. And you can get programmed on many levels, not just the devices and stuff like that, and the radio frequencies and different other things, certain boards, toys, like, for example, back in the day, that, like, there was army men, and everything is energy. Remember that everything is energy, whether it's toys, the devices, and certain things got DNA inside of it. All right. So, toys, you got certain individuals wanting to be like soldiers and stuff like that. And even the soldiers are programmed to protect, the corporations and send them on a mission. They don't know it, but they send them on a mission. They experiment on the physical so they can use your physical, because, like I said, your physical got many abilities. Many abilities. So they send them on certain missions that they don't want y'all to know about. They have y'all on a broadcast, got the celebrities, the athletes, and, the entertainers, and the so-called rappers, singers, whatever you want to call them, entertaining y'all. And the politicians and all of that got them entertaining y'all while they're on a different broadcast and doing something totally different. Using your DNA. And like I said, they're not, these individuals, they're not even on this earth. They're controlling y'all on another level. Some of them they don't even connect to this so-called earth. You feel my signals? And I said that. But, with the toys, like, and it's funny because you like, for example, like Frankenstein, and that's a lot of subliminals in that, some of y'all, Frankenstein. But, the Mummy, subliminals, the Wolfman and stuff, you know how they basically, had them, the bad guy, the so-called bad guy, the villains and all of that stuff. Basically putting subliminals. They turn the physical into killing machines, basically. Because, and this going on for decades. Y'all destroying each other. While certain individuals basically on another planet running things down here. This so-called country is, basically the so-called foreign aliens, or whatever you want to call them, pardon me, running this so-called planet, so-called America. The foreigners, not y'all think it's like, they want y'all to think it's the Russians, the British, and the list goes on, but it's on another level. They want y'all to think, with the names and titles, the Russians, the Asians, and, the British, the list goes on, running this illusion, which there's something totally different running it. But, I'm going to definitely have to do a video on that so y'all can, really understand. But, basically, this has been going on for decades. Now it's through the music. What do you hear through this artificial music? Be this, in this, calling each other N-word, B-words, and talking about killing and this and that, and even through the movies. It's just not through this so-called rap music or certain music, even certain shows got subliminals programming y'all how to be, negative killers. I know I'm flying all over the place, but y'all feel my signals. Who wants to fly off of this realm with Trip? And I talked about this before, whenever it comes to sex, the system program y'all how to do the physical sex. Showed y'all all of the, sucking and licking, licking certain holes. Licking, passing on certain negative things, sharing negative things, making two negatives merge together so y'all can destroy basically certain things that's around you can't see, and other illusions, and connecting with that. You feel my signals? The so-called, you basically soul killers, destroying your own DNA on many levels. You basically have to, whenever you get on a high frequency, there's no turning back. So you can go to higher realms or different dimensions and fix certain things. And whoever runs the system don't want you all to connect with certain things, because they want to keep on spreading the poison through the DNA. Y'all worried about the food. Of course the food is poison, and whatever you eat, the plants, the animals or whatever. But it's deeper than that. There's other illusions in other realms and different dimensions. Y'all more focus on the entertainment, the programming, the BS. You feel my signals? Instead of connecting and fixing certain things and certain parts of you that's connected inside in other illusions or different realms, low frequency realms, higher realms, whatever. But anywho, yeah. So you like I said, you can have sex on many levels, and they're programming you. They got these conscious Muppets and these perverts, Catholic priests or whatever, and they keep on promoting pedophile mess and stuff like that. They want to condition y'all, and I'm gonna definitely get deep into that. You know, that the how they're playing y'all with the pedophile stuff. You know, that's a whole nother video. But you know, they're programming y'all with that. You know, like I said, you can have sex on many levels. You know, they're telling you how you should do this and that. A man should, you know, pay all the bills. And now they want to flip it, you know, they want the women, they want to basically use certain energies on many levels, you know, and there are certain things, like I said, there's chicks with dicks that's running the system that's connecting and messing up certain DNAs. Y'all have names and titles for the chicks with dicks that wants to be, you know, like use the so-called women, you know, want to use them. Now they want to let them shine. You know, at first it was the man's world. They want to get rid of the man. It was the man. And I talked about this like illusion years ago. Now it's playing out. You know, pretty soon, that, like I said, they're going to have a woman, so-called woman president or whatever. But y'all going to think it's a woman. Y'all going to think they're going to want y'all to think it's a woman, like they play with y'all whenever it comes to the sex. You don't know who's a man and who's a woman, so-called man and woman, because that's nothing but names and titles. Do you feel my signals? I'm on fire right now. But, you know, anywho, but they program y'all with that stuff. Like on many levels. Telling y'all how to, you know, you can only have one love partner and the contracts being married and all of that crap. You know, love is love. You can be in love with certain individuals and be in love with somebody else, and you don't even have to have physical sex. You can, you know, you have many connections in other realms or other illusions. You know, and then they come in with this polygamy mess and stuff, these so-called, you know, conscious Muppets, and then they got the preachers with the pedophile stuff, and that, you know, and pouring that inside of your DNA. You know, and y'all passing the spells on. Y'all connecting with that, and then some of y'all act like that. Y'all want to judge these individuals like these celebrities talking about, oh, they doing these sick rituals, they're doing this, they're doing that. Y'all doing the same thing. But the only difference, y'all lost. And they know how to shift y'all's energy to certain giants, feeding the giants your soul. And I know that's going to fly over some heads. But, you know, they're basically setting certain parts of you up. You know, if you're not on a high frequency, you know, they're basically, you're downloading the spells, the poison. You know, it's just like the so-called Halloween. Halloween, like I said this so many illusion times. Halloween is every day. Y'all dress up in the suits, whether it's, you know, fast food, you know, females and males, so-called females and males, put on your wig, your makeup, you know, the fake eyelashes and stuff like that. Y'all put on the mask. Y'all doing the rituals. You know, you got the makeup. You know, they tell you how to look a certain way. And y'all want to transform into something and connect to these multiple characters. Y'all want to look for the truth. The truth is inside of you. You're the truth. And I said that so many illusion times. You're the truth. But you take on so many different things. You take in the programming. You hypnotize yourself. And you don't see that. Some of y'all don't see that. You hypnotize yourself with the religion. Multiple characters. You know, certain illusion skulls. You connect with that. You know, basically, you know, like let's go back to the so-called polygamy and the so-called relationship. Like I said, you sign the contracts, you know, and they tell y'all how to do this and that. You know, if you have connections with certain souls, you just have that connection. You know, like I said, you can be in love, like you can grow, you can shine. You know, y'all, some of y'all think, oh, well, we're supposed to have one love partner. These animals, they ain't, you know, they're not going around saying, oh, damn, that horse got a fat ass, or, you know, that hippo look good, or the birds are not going around saying that. They're going around doing their thing. They're connecting. You know, and it just don't have to be, like I said, you can have sex on many levels. Your brain can have sex with your heart. There's many levels. Your voice. Your voice can have sex with some of y'all's mind. On so many levels to this, y'all. But, you know, like I said, you know, animals is not, you know, going around saying, let's get married, or this is, you know, fighting over, you know, like this individuals. Y'all fight over and murder each other, and y'all connect with the money frequencies and different things. Y'all destroying yourself. You can't point fingers at these holograms that you see on a device. Y'all destroying your DNA. And when you take in, you know, and hypnotize yourself, and if you create certain different types of energy, certain energies will have that download inside of them, and they could grow up to be a soldier, or a pervert, or a slut bucket. The so-called names. Y'all feel my signals. But, you know, it's basically up to you to shift. Because the spells and the distractions, they're always going to be inside the illusion. You know, you can't change that. And the reason why I say I don't give a damn about the community, because the community basically, you know, soul snatchers. Illusion skulls, these buildings. I didn't create the community. I didn't create that. You know, so, you know, whenever I shift, the illusion is going to basically just upgrade. Nothing is going to change on this physical world. But you can shift. You can actually shift, but some of y'all don't want to do that because you're afraid. That's the reason why they bring in, you know, the fear, the lust, and create certain individuals. They turn y'all into monsters. Y'all the real monsters, some of y'all. Y'all the creatures. They turn y'all into that. They program y'all thinking it's cool to go to jail. And experimenting on y'all on many levels. The hospital, the illusion school, corporations, corpse, snatching y'all's soul. You know, so I don't give a damn about the community. I only connect with certain individuals that's on the same wave. Certain souls that I connect with. Because I'm more than the physical. And only a few understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all more than the physical. There's different types of DNA inside the physical, inside the machines. Basically, it's all over the place. That's the reason why I said, you know, there's unlimited dimensions, world, and illusion. This is not home. Y'all think y'all's house is your home? I'm just visiting through here. You know, I'm just visiting. This is not home. There's no such thing as home inside the higher realms and different dimensions and stuff. They program y'all to think there's a such thing as a home and created your lifestyle, tell you what you should do. And I feel like this. You should be able to shine on many levels. See, I enhance souls. I do what I want to do. You know, they tell y'all, you know, you can't do this and you can't do that. And y'all judge certain individuals. Y'all connect to the media frequency. Whatever the media put out, y'all look at certain individuals. But if you're on a high frequency, you can see through all of that. You can see through all of the BS planets, what certain planets are doing. You know, but y'all wanna connect to that stuff, some of y'all. But you know, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna shift on many levels. I'm gonna shift on many levels. And y'all will feel my signals. What? Did somebody say something?